Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than hour, never, ever, after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than hour, never, ever, after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, never. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than hour, never, ever, after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, make sense. Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Wide slope. Wide. Oh, up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain. Sink rate. Don't sink. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flat. Bank angle. Minimum. Minimum.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu Airport information Quebec 0035 Zulu weather wind 171 at 11 gusting to 19er visibility 10 high condition ceiling 2700 overcast light rain temperature 7 dew point 5 altimeter 29er 83 5 official contact with information Quebec. Kilo
Ready.
Good evening, folks. We're on the ground here in Sedona. It's not looking too great out here right now. We're trying to get out of here before this weather gets worse. Right now, if you heard the METARs, it was showing 171 at 11, gusting to 19. So we're trying to get loaded up and get out of here, get above this cloud layer, and hopefully see some sun. Yo, FNL, hey man, how are you? Enjoyed those flights earlier, man. With the new liveries. So yeah, we'll get above this cloud layer here, hopefully, and get out of here. Unfortunately, we have cold temps here. So we have a 5,100 foot runway. We're at gross weight, and we only need 4,200 foot of runway to get out of here at gross weight. So we should do well. So I'm just getting the FMS all set up, and I'll go ahead and get our person on board here. So interested that shows up over the top of that. Alright. Got 2 people. Yeah, download the CRJ. Oh yeah, I gotta do that as well. I forgot you told me about that earlier. Alright, so I'm still using self-loading cargo. I just don't have it on the screen. Turn off my FPS stuff there. Get that on.
No problem.
Alright, like I said, I'm going to finish doing the FMC here. Alright, Judy. So this flight's going to be about 2.5 hours, hopefully less. We tend to have been ahead of the curve for the most part on these, so hopefully it'll be the same for us today. We'll get there much sooner since we are going eastbound. Alright, yeah, that's that. Alright, the entire destination there, so that's that. Cheers our first waypoint. Alright, and perfect mid. Alright, so we're fully loaded with fuel. Let me set this correctly. So yes, as you may have seen in the notification, we're flying directly to our alternate first because that airport has ILS, and I haven't really been able to figure out if this thing can fly an RNAV with vertical guidance. So, and it looks like by the time we get back, it's going to be IMC, marginal, maybe even IFR by the time we reach Houston. So I don't want to fly 2 hooks first and then have to divert. So we're going to fly to our alternate, and if the weather permits, then we're going to divert to our destination. That's the plan. If the weather permits. If not, then we're going to shoot the ILS 14 into Conroe and land in Conroe. Okay. Alright, crew boarded. Holy cow, that sun's bright. Alright, so everything else looks to be set. Yeah, so we only need 4,200 foot of runway. We're going to be departing with flaps 15. And try to climb up through this weather that's out over our area here. We'll get the weather radar on departure. Actually, I'll probably get the I'll probably use terrain first because we know it's raining. It looks like it's light to moderate precip, so we should be fine.
Okay, great.
Alright, we got our V-speed set. But yeah, Ryan, hopefully you enjoyed that that video there. The flight was fantastic. Like I said, my FPS is good. I think I may have had to change a couple settings to compensate. So my auto gen draw and my LOD draw I lowered by 1 notch because I had it at high, and it was giving me some stutters, not stutters, but some, just lower FPS where it was noticeable. So at that point, I didn't want to compromise high terrain texture, the little tick mark. I didn't want to undo that because I like the way that makes the terrain look. So I didn't want to mess with that, so I had to compromise with my draw distance, which still looks good in this sim on draw distance. So I'm happy with that. We got some wind shear north of the airport. Fortunately, we're not going that direction. All right. Yeah, it looks amazing. Yes, it looks fantastic. I definitely enjoyed it. All right, before starting, passenger briefing completed. Battery is on. Voltage check. So our voltage right there. Emergency lights are on. Parking brake is set. Wheel chocks are removed. Cabin door. Is it still open? Yeah, cabin door is open. We're boarded. We'll go ahead and close the door. Let's turn standby power. Seat belts, windows closed, floodlights bright. Standby power is on. Exterior lights as required. We'll go ahead and get those. We'll get those on once we get pushed. Actually, do I need to push? No, I can just taxi straight out. We're going to be departing runway 21 as well. I probably would upgrade to V3 once I get a better graphics card. Honestly, I was also going to tell you that even though this looks great, I would honestly, and this is, again, totally up to you, because I'd hate for you to end up in the same situation we were just in with your 4.5. If we're already at 5.3 and it's actually happening pretty fast compared to how it was on V4. I literally went 3 years before 5 even came out using 4.5, and version 5 is already, going by pretty fast. We're already at the 3rd increment. We only got 2 more increments to go before 6 comes out. So that's why I was saying I'd take your time if I was you, unless you just want to do it, go for it. But I'd hate for you to upgrade to V3 and you're not on V3 very long, or 5.3 very long before 6 comes out, and you didn't really fully get to enjoy it like you are 4.5. But again, totally up to you. I just thought I'd say that to give my 2 cents. Once you get better graphics card and more room. First, more room is, as we have discussed, like a SSD. I'm not in a rush. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Alright. Nav lights are already on. Try to get out of here while we got some daylight. Actually, let me leave those off because I'm going to get pushed. I'll turn it on. We're not going to push. We'll turn right out of this spot here. Alright, that's good. We're not below 10 Celsius. Alright, let's see. Are the people too loud from your side? Do it sound like they're too loud? Let's go there. This up. Alright, we're going to get started about 15 minutes early. That's cool. Alright, 5 p.m. that time. Alright, everything else is set. We'll start number 1 or number 2. There's 8%. We're looking for fuel flow. There's our fuel flow. IGT's coming up. Not to rise above 700, about 650 now. Low pressure lights off on number 2. Low fuel pressure lights off, number 2. Low hydraulic flow off, number 2. 47, we'll get a further increase in fuel flow. Yeah, I'm not in a rush here, right? Oh, it's perfect. 47, here comes. Fuel flow increases. ITT looks normal. N1s are stable. Oil temps coming up, oil pressures look normal. That's not looking all that great. Not bad. Alright, number 2 is increasing. Alright, get number 1 started. For 8%. There's 8. Number 1. We're looking for the low pressure light to go out. Alright, got fuel flow, ITT, stand below 700. Got the lights coming on here in Sedona. Alright, N2's rising, oil pressure's coming up. Oil temps rising as well. And once it's normal, we're going to set for 2 minutes before we start rolling. Alright, got fuel flow is increasing. Oil pressures look good, oil temps coming up. N1s are stable, ITT stable, look good there. Start the clock there. Alright, clock started. Alright, flap set to 15. On idle, let's get pitot heat on. Set to auto. Lights on. And it's raining. Alright, that's already set to our cabin goal rate, 94. Oh no, that is not. Cabin goal rate should be 140. Pulse lights on. Check the autopilot. We're on heading mode. Hit the autopilot disconnect. Autopilot off. Light extinguish on, then off. Yaw dampener on. Disconnect the yaw dampener as well. Alright, yaw dampener light extinguish as well. Alright, we'll do flight controls check. Full right, full left, aft, full forward. Speed brake up, lights on. Rudder check good. Alright. Alright, we'll get generators on. Alright, get the load there on number 2. Load on number 1. Good there. Shut down the APU. Alright, APU shut down. Alright, there's 2 minutes there. Alright. We'll advance to number 1 to 60% N1. We're supposed to get a left kick on the left rudder, or a kick on the left rudder once we advance it to this. Rudder isn't simulated here to do so. Alright, back to idle. Bring number 2 up. Idle. Alright, all temps are up. We're at about just under 100 degrees on the temps. Pressure's good. ITT's good. Everyone's all set. Alright, before taxi, avionics are on. We have our things checked. Before taxi, flight controls checked. Speed brakes checked. Flaps set. Checked. Set rudder bias system isn't showing here, but we did go over that. Anything else is set. Com frequencies, nav frequencies, radio, altimeter, all set. Check the autopilot as well. Forward taxi, V speeds, and takeoff. N1 is set. No, we can't check the lavatory here, but we'll assume it's latched open. Annunciator panel looks normal, minus our wing ice. Engine ice, which we'll turn on before departure here. Passenger safety switch is on, external lights on. We'll check the brakes here during taxi. We'll check reverse thrust as well. Alright folks, we'll get this party going. Brakes off. Taxi to runway 21. Now we're rolling, we're clear left and right. Check right brake. Check. Left brake checked. Once we get out here on the taxiway, we'll check the thrust reversers. Actually, let me go solid here, so I can actually see in front of me here. Clear right, left. But yeah, like I said, this thing is as smooth as 5.2 is for me. Alright, so we'll check thrust reversers, make sure all our lights come on in sequence. So reversers, 6 lights on in sequence, stowed, and 6 lights off in the same fashion. Oh, can't see anything, that's bright. Sedona traffic, Citation Xl560, taxiing via Alpha to runway 21, Sedona. Try to get this sunset takeoff going here. Alright, verified again, flaps are set, speed brakes are retracted. Trim is set for takeoff. Ignition switches to on. Go ahead and get our flight attendant seated. Beautiful. Yeah, I see this jet. A lot of work. Yes, it's quite a bit, man. It can be daunting. I had to really just get down on it and focus and try to learn it when I did. Taxiway lines aren't the brightest, but I can see them. We'll get up here and then we'll go over the rest of this checklist. So again, if our calculations are correct, we should only need 4,200 feet of this runway. I don't know if I can see my turning point. Oh, there we go. Man, I can barely see the lines on the ground. My lights aren't doing that great at illuminating it. Let's throw a parking brake on here. And the lights going on. Lights on. Strobe lights coming on. Go ahead and set it for us. Actually, safety on. It should be on the bottom. Seatbelts on. Alright, anti-ice, we'll get that on as well. Alright, those lights are extinguished. Those are on, no flow, that looks good, everything else is on. Set that for runway heading. Let's see what the weather's showing. I see so many of these jets, it's a majority of my fuels and stuff with jets. Man, how long does it normally take you to fill these airplanes up when you do? Alright, we'll go terrain. Alright, ignition's on, pitot static on, exterior lights are on, transponders on. Engine instruments checked, they're all normal. Annunciator panel checked, normal as well. Alright, we're gonna go take off. Throttle set to detent, take off N1s. Engine instruments will verify, make sure everything's normal. And hopefully, if anything comes up, we'll be able to stop before V1. If not, we're taking it to the air. Gonna try to come back around and land here. Otherwise, we're putting it down in the valley because there's literally nowhere else to put this thing from this airport. Getting it down. Alright. Sedona traffic, Citation Xl560, entering runway 21 for departure to the southeast. Sedona. Alright, make sure my mic is actually working. Check, check. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, just make sure it's working in VATS. Are the people in the back talking? Do they sound too loud? If you can actually hear them. Alright, parking brakes off. Like I said, I wanted to try to get out of here and still have some daylight at the same time. Our departure in looks clear. Approach in was clear. Runway 21 we have showing. It depends on how much fuel they ask. Gotcha. Alright, we're lined up. Hold the brakes. Mash the throttles. Take off thrust set, release the brakes, rolling. Alright, airspeed's alive. Engine instruments all still look normal. N1s, N2s are stable. It's 80. V1 and rotate. Coming up. Gear up. Yaw dampener coming on. Start turning on course. Lap 7. Alright, we're just about above that area. Flaps up. passing 8,000. Go back to climb mode. Alright, passing 10,000. Alright, autopilot coming on. Autopilot engage. We're on LNAV. Go to flight level change. Alright, we're well above anything to cause us any terrain or seafit issues. Set speed to 250. Alright, 250 set. Oh, we're already above the clouds here. We are getting beat up already. 44 knot tailwind. Let these people know we are in some turbulence. Even though they already know it, but we'll let them know. Alright, passing 12,000. Switch to turbulence. Engine sync. Go lights off, or lights to red. Switch post lights on until we pass 18,000. Alright, we are pressurized. We're about 3.5, 4. We're about 4 on the PSI and about 4,000 on the cabin. Yep, cabin altitude 4,000. Passing 15. Coming up on 15. It depends on how much fuel. Sometimes it's 5 minutes and others it's 20. Oh man. Beautiful takeoff. Thank you. Thank you. It was kind of scary there for a moment. It was pretty rocky. I can turn those lights out. Turn the wing light off. Anti-ice going off. Alright, and we'll go lights full off above 18,000. Alright, after takeoff, actually set my heading. Alright, heading's lining up. Alright, engine instruments all still look normal. Passing 17,000 after takeoff, flaps up, throttles and climb detent. Engine sync is on, and for turbulence, we'll actually go ahead and switch that back to fan mode now. Alright, there's 18,000. There's 299 to 2 in 3 places, standby and first officer side. Alright, we have anti-ice off. Yeah, I wanted to get it a little bit lighter outside. I'm gonna bring the mess with the time a little bit. I'm not gonna make it permanent, but that way you can kind of see what this is looking like. Alright, mag boost off above that. Shut the APU completely off. So this is what I kind of wanted to see taking off. This kind of looks still like 5.2. You're not really missing anything here from this part of anything. And from what you already saw in the video, 737, but this still looks fantastic. Hopefully we have a moonlit night. They've also improved the celestial parts of the universe, so the stars are a little bit brighter now. Not as bright as EA being off, but it is brighter. Now we're climbing to flight level 450. Got your supper is here, and I'm being called. Oh, no worries, F&L man. Enjoy dinner, and I'll see you back shortly. If not, no worries. Take your time. well ahead of schedule. There we go, going on ignitions. But yeah, folks, we can see the stars a little bit more than what we could before in the sim of 5.2 with EA on. So that's pretty cool. And from what the changelog said is that they also improved the Milky Way, so that's able to be seen a little bit better than it was before. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it back to Houston so that way I can get started on my pilot's life schedule. So once we make it back, I'll start that schedule and start getting it knocked out. Is the hopes. Have some traffic down there below us. Have some Southwest jets on the up. I get this guy some water right now. Are these folks both still in their seatbelts? Alright, there's 30,000 feet. Feet to go. Pressurization, we're at about 5, no, about, it's like about 7.8. 6,000 on the cabin. I don't know what my cabin reached now. That light on. Passing flight level 350 coming up. Alright, so far 2 hours remain over 20 minutes. Just under 20 minutes ahead of schedule. lights off. Passing our first waypoint and passing through flight level 360. Actually, go ahead and turn on half bank as well. Half bank is on. Got a 57 knot, near 57 knot tailwind. Doing 389 across the ground. Doing 358 true. So as said, the plan is we're going to be going to our alternate airport first. And we'll check our en route weather briefing once we get the cruise. But that's going to be the plan. We're going to go to our alternate. Plan for the alternate, and like I said, if the weather does hold up for VFR, or even marginal VFR, then we're going to cancel our IFR to Conroe Regional, and we're going to continue to David Wayne Hooks. And by that time, within 2 hours, it'll be 9 o'clock. The tower of real life would actually still be open, so we would still be on with Center. If say Center came online, we would still be on with those guys, and we'll just get flight following is what we'll go to then. To David Wayne Hooks. Because we would still have to be on with those guys anyway during that flight, or during that phase of flight. We would still have to talk to them because they're going to be the actual controlling tower for that airfield. All right, 5,000 feet to go. Let's see. Perfect. All right, we're already looking at 3 hours, 3.5 hours increasing. All right, so we already have at least an hour and a half already of reserve fuel before we even hit reserve, so we're already good there. But yes, so that's the plan. We're going to fly to our alternate first. We have that followed as our destination for now. And like I said, if the weather permits, then we're going to divert and go to our actual destination airport. Alright, 8,000 on the cabin altitude. And about 8.8 looks like on the PSI. So all looks well there. Alright, I'll be right back up. Alright guys, I'm back. So far all looks to be well. Starting to get to see a little bit more brightness at night like we saw in 5.1. So what I've found so far, again, still loving it, but I have found that the actually, you know what, let's level off here at 430 right now. I think we might be too heavy right now. See, this is what I remember from 5.1, where you could actually still see the clouds at night. As long as the moon was out nice and bright, you'd be able to see it. And that's what we're seeing here. We're gonna level off here at 430 for about 30 minutes, unless controlling airspace comes online. All right, we're below Dipper, so we don't have to worry about them. Those guys are offline. They're above us right now, so let's use this. That, and once we're at 130, Alright, 430. Bring our powers back to cruise. I'm gonna start the clock here. We'll climb up to 450 in 30 minutes. American Airlines, 6,000 feet below us. Oh, there he goes. This is Conroe there. Maybe 72 now. We're doing 403 across the ground. 67 true. Yeah, I forget. I think we're a little heavy because it normally doesn't take that long for the gross weights that we're normally at. So we're already at an hour, 49 minutes remaining. Bring that power back some. Alright, seat belts are off for the folks in the back. They're still sitting with them on though, but as long as they're happy, we're at 100% with those folks. We're looking good. So far all looks to be well. Hour 47 minutes, but like I said, in 30 minutes we're gonna climb back up to our cruise altitude. Or climb up to our cruise altitude. So far all looks well. Making our way back home. Hopefully 5.3 does as well here. We don't have any issues. That is our hopes. Alright, so we're holding here at 430 and en route back to Houston. And like I said, once we get back there, probably tomorrow night, we're going to start our flights for our schedule, our December schedule with SkyWest. That is the plan. Hopefully it works out for us. We can do so. So, it'll be great. We'll try to knock that schedule out here and catch up. We didn't expect to be into December finishing out these flights here. Right now we don't have any arrivals, but I know typically from 450 I can start my descent from just below 100 miles out. So like I said, unless Houston Center comes online, that's going to be the plan. We can actually go ahead and get our en route weather information now.
Abbreviated briefing for your current position to Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu 2 Kilo Charlie X-Ray Oscar Airmed Zulu is valid for ISO, valid until 0300 Zulu for your route of flight, no segments active for your route of flight. Current weather conditions, Kilo Juliet Tango Charlie wind 212 at 11 gusting to 17 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 7 dew point -5 altimeter 29er 89er to the destination and your estimated arrival time. Wind 189er at 5 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 23 dew point 20 altimeter 29er 87 for your alternate and your estimated arrival time. Wind 189er at 5 visibility 10 sky conditions. Ceiling 2,400 broken. Ceiling 2,900 broken. Temperature 25 dew point 22 altimeter 29er 87 winds aloft for the en route area at 4,000 feet. Wind 239er at 77 at 39,000 feet. Wind 237 at 58 for the destination at 4,000 feet. Wind 250 at 69er at 30,000 feet. Wind 255 at 60 at 18,000 feet. Wind 260 at 42.
Yo, Bill, hey, how's it going?
Current weather conditions. Contact Flight Watch on 122.0 or 122.05.
Alright, so weather may be fine once we get into Houston. But according to the tabs, it looks like it's going to be marginal to IFR. But I'm here. Sweet, Bill. Thank you. Glad you can be here. Did you get to see that video over in Discord of 5.3? So that time I told you last week or early this week, I think it was, when I told you I installed it and it was a stuttery mess. I think it was because of something I did when I installed it or didn't do. And so I went back after, like I said, they updated the Flight 1 products. Because that too is what made me say, no, I'll just stay on 5.2, because if I don't have my Flight 1 stuff working, then I can't fly any of my GA airplanes. As far as the Bonanza, the 172, the 182s, my Warriors, the Piper Warrior, the Piper Arrow, I can't fly any of those without uninstalling Flight 1 to do so. So when they updated that, I did my update, and then I reinstalled 5.3, and I double checked everything, and everything was flawless. It was just smooth as butter. But yeah, enjoy the driving, Bill. Appreciate you being in here. We'll have you on alert mode, that way you're not having to pause your sim. But yeah, I just was checking to see if you got a chance to see it. But as of right now, we have an hour and 40 minutes left in flight, about 20 minutes ahead of our expected time, our planned arrival, should I say. We're ahead of 20 minutes ahead of our planned arrival. Looks like our buddy Sunfire just came on in Denver. To check it yet, but I will. Glad to hear that as well. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Same here, I'm glad as well. So in 30 minutes we'll climb up to flight level 450. Let's see what our. Oh yeah, 4 hours into reserves. We can fly a lot longer than we have. Hey man, I hope work went by pretty fast for you too. Work was pretty smooth selling for me today. It's pretty smooth, so smooth that it was just taking forever for the day to end. For the work day to end, should I say? Hey buddy, I'm back. Sweet AFNL, man. So far, we're our cruise until 30 minutes from now at flight level 430. So we got our clock started right here where it counts to 30 minutes. That should burn us enough fuel, get us below 19,000 pounds of fuel. And we'll continue our climb up to 450. So right now we have about, looks like 19 minutes. It went good. I don't know about tomorrow, but it went good today. Hey, I hear you. My thoughts is I worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. When it comes to work. So I hear you. I'll take today for what it was. Alright, hey Ryan, hey Bill. Yeah, so far we have over 4 hours before we even touch our reserve fuel, so that's pretty sweet. We're burning right at 1,000 pounds an hour and awesome track. So we had 67.76, I believe, is what the total amount fuel we can take, of max fuel. So we've already burned about 1,200 pounds. So we already are well below 20,000 pounds gross. But we should be able to climb much faster once we get, once we burn a little bit more, we'll be able to climb up to 450. Yeah, eventually I'll probably get this bird. Citation? Well, like I've told you guys before, if you do get it, definitely get it when it's on sale. As I've stated before, Coronado aircraft are really only worth it when they're on sale. They're worth the money at that point. Heck, we might stay right here. Y'all let them know we're in cruise. Oh, but what I was saying, FNL, earlier, I think after you walked out, that one of the updates on the changelog, again, just to give some insight, was that they updated the celestial atmosphere. So I don't know if you can see it in the stream, but the stars are a little bit brighter than they were before. We really couldn't see the stars before. They're very minute, very blended in with the darkness. So you really couldn't see it, but also they improved the Milky Way. From what they said, they improved the Milky Way so it can be seen a little bit better with EA on. Let's see. I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not. There's the moon. See how bright, how good the moon looks. It's supposed to be. The moon looks a little bit better. Not that bad looking. Let's see if we can find the bushes though. So far, I do not see it. So far, I don't see it. I don't know if y'all heard me, but yeah, so far I can't see the Milky Way there. But they said they're supposed to. They tried to brighten it up a little bit. Hey, but on 787, I had issues with it following a descent profile. Any answers on that? Turn it on course. Flip the switch. Flip the switch. I didn't switch turn, but it didn't. Oh, for some reason too, if I'm not on the legs page, this thing will not go to the next waypoint. It just acts weird and does not go. Unless I delete the waypoint before it. Then it starts on. So I gotta leave it on the legs page for it to actually pay attention and do what it's supposed to. Oh, the night skies are better. Yes, yes, and of course they look the same as they do in 4.5 when you don't have enhanced. Actually, when you don't have volumetric clouds on. No, that's not true. When you don't have enhanced atmosphere on, it goes back to looking like it does in 4.5. So everything's a lot brighter in 4.5 at that point. But they were supposed to make the improvements for it in with EA on. Awesome. It makes it realistic because at those altitudes, yeah, exactly. Heck, if we're able to see the stars at night in the country on the country's night, should definitely be able to see it from this altitude. Coordinates in this FMC is not really adding up correctly to what it is IRL. It's off just a little bit. Yeah, it's off by a little bit. I can change a couple of things here. I like the cockpit panel lighting. Yeah, and I'd rather it not be on if I could help it, but and mainly because this light ties in with this light back here in the cabin. But then I realized too, typically I guess that's fine because in most cases, the people in the back of a private jet typically are up and doing stuff, and jumping around or on the phone doing business calls and stuff, so they're not typically asleep back there. In most cases they're awake, so they want that light on. So I figured, that's not too bad to leave it on. But I was hoping that this light the blue light will be tied to the floodlight. If I turn the floodlight on and turn off the blue ambient light, it also turns off the light in the back. So it's off in the cabin back there, but this light is far too bright to have on right now, because as you can see the reflections in the windows, and you don't want to have reflections in the windows at night. So I just wish the blue light was tied to this one instead, floodlight. But either way, it works. Oh, the cabin. Yeah, the cabin where the wealthy sit. Right, exactly. The fortunate, or the more fortunate, should I say. Alright, so in 10 minutes we'll climb up to flight level 450. Save a little bit more fuel. We have a 75 knot right quartering tailwind. So we're getting pushed along. We're doing 427 across the ground. That is not bad at all. Hey, give me and Bill some beverages and first class food back here. Right? Hey, I actually gave him food on the climb to 430. We had our one flight attendant back there putting in work, getting you guys taken care of. I think you didn't notice it because y'all were on your business calls and eating and drinking at the same time, that you guys were so in tune that you didn't even realize you was eating and drinking. But yeah, I like this jet. I like it because it also makes me do a little bit more work on my weight balance and my takeoff distances and landing distances, because even though this is a light jet, this jet is still pretty heavy. Still very heavy. Again, it's a 20,000 pound jet with full tanks, or at full gross weight. It's 20,000 pounds, and that's a lot of weight to try to stop on a short runway and to take off on. So that was too why I flew into Sedona, just to give me a little bit more of a challenge of sticking my landings where I need to put it at, and get down and get the airplane stopped, but also to take off, because this plane we'd probably be grounded if we had to take off out of Sedona in the middle of summer, like the heat of the day, because you need a lot more runway to take off. And if we don't take off at a certain time of day, like early in the morning or late at night, we're likely not leaving. This airplane's not leaving that airport until the temperatures go down. Because even at flaps 15 takeoff, the air would still be wouldn't be dense enough. It'd be too thin to still try to take off out of there. But like I said, it just kind of gives me a little bit more work to do on calculating those things and making sure that I'm paying attention to it. Because again, I definitely don't want to run off the end of the runway. Definitely not on stream, that's for sure. Some of these idiots who own their own jets will cancel a flight and pay a fee of $20K, and they aren't sweating. Wow, really? Oh man. That's happened already? It's weird, like Wednesday, I saw this couple disembark. And hey, just hold on, let me see. It's weird, like Wednesday I saw a couple disembark in Falcon. And hey, just a heads up, FNL, just be sure not to put in chat. Only those of us who know, you know, it's obvious, we can see and know what, you know, where you do work, but just try not to share that in the chat, because I don't want anybody in here, you know, that may come in here being a stickler, and if you say the wrong thing, then they're all, you know, trying to report you at your job or something. So just a heads up, man, be careful, and like I said, don't say too much about the actual location of where you work, because I don't want you to get in trouble for something that you said in the stream, or that you said during one of your streams. It's really like Wednesday. I saw this couple disembark at Falcon, and the wife has that look of I'm wealthy. Oh man, she's got this fur coat, 2 dogs. She has walking, and the guy is wearing casual business, but his watch was reflecting. Oh man, like oh man, really? That's crazy. So were they at least nice? I hope. Or they just that aura was there, so you didn't even test it. Just went about your business with your head without looking at them, I guess, huh? All right, 5 minutes and we're climbing up to flight level 450. So far, everything looks to be good. Let's see where our fuel is right now. All right, we're at 5302. Burned about 1,400 pounds already. All right, 5,200. So 1,400 pounds from 20,000 is what? Let's see. 1,400 is 18. Okay, yeah, we should be able to climb up. We'll hold off till 30 minutes because right now we're sitting at 18,000 pounds. So according to the climb chart, performance chart, we can climb up to 450 at this weight. Had that thing and walked past us. Oh well. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand. But yeah, man, I definitely can't wait for these 2 SkyWest jets to be ready, man. I'm anxiously waiting. Yeah, I'm probably going to be a little more careful just because it's a lot of fun, but some stuff I know not to talk about. But yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's why I say I just wanted to say it before you may have said too much. I want you to get in trouble, man. If I share, it's generic, or maybe something it ain't too specific. Yeah, there you go. And like I said, I just wanted to put that out there, man. I don't want nothing to happen, you know, and then I wish I would have said something. So that's why I said it. Man, so 2 people and 2 dogs. What kind of dogs did they have? Did the dogs look snobbish too? Did they look like they were stuck up? Like they knew they were wealthy as well? Oh. It's probably good on my end. Yeah. But yeah, so far, man, I would say with 5.3, things are definitely looking much better. To me, it looks like they basically just reverted the volumetric clouds back to what they were in 5.1, but cleaned it up a little bit. Because I know in 5.1, the clouds were perfect. They covered the terrain with no problems. It was beautiful. And then 5.2 came and they kind of messed up the clouds. So it looks like they put the clouds back like they were. And 5.1 fixed the fog issue, the fog layer issue that they had. Alright, there's 30 minutes. We'll come back to that topic. Let's go 450. Flight level change. Set back to climb. Actually, we gotta bring our speed back some. This thing is not one to climb. Alright, then we'll go back. We'll go to vertical speed then, since it doesn't want to do flight level change. Say that's the other thing. I'm so like hearing my stuff. I don't know half of what I'm seeing. Oh crap! I hear these people screaming back here and tell them the seatbelts on. Alright, 1,000 to go. Oh, hey, sweet Bill. Glad you made it home safe, man. Okay, so 5.1 did the cloud. Yeah, 5.1, the clouds were perfect. Well, they were great. I think maybe I think the only thing was they were a little bit more taxing on the system than they were in 5.2. So they kind of scaled that back a little bit, so it made it a little bit better on the GPU usage. But then they messed them up as far as how they reacted against the terrain. All right, here's 450. Still got 72 knots on the tail. Still burning a little bit less fuel. Yeah, 5.1 was great. Like I said, other than the a lot of DXGI hangs, that's what 5.2 fixed that issue. I'd say for the most part. I would go cruise. Like I said, 5.3 definitely looks much better. Like I said, they've increased the humidity in the air as far as the clouds go, the volume of the clouds and how humid it is near the clouds. They fixed that issue or added to that, which made it look pretty good. But you still have issues with fuel there. Yeah, Bill, but like I said, that's something on my end. Because like I said, even in 5.2, Yeezel stuff was working perfectly fine. I think it's something I did messing with my effects folder. Because all the strobe lights and landing light stuff is in the effects folder, root folder of P3D. But there may also be some other issue that I've messed up somewhere else that I just have to figure that out. But it's not that big of a deal to me at this point. Because like I said, my fix for it is right now, I'll just fly to EJS during the day if I do fly. But other than that, I'm fine doing that, flying it during the day and not at night. Because like I said, easel stuff works perfectly fine. I've seen, I think Decimal flew the E-Jets on his stream. And for M5.2, and his was fine. So it's just something I screwed up. Because even after I sent Phil there an email, they said they wasn't even sure what happened or what could have happened to fix that. And for me to just check in their forms, and at that point I didn't even care to do it because I think I would have found it searching, like I always do. I would have found someone who that issue has happened to, and it hasn't happened to anybody else. So that's why I said it's not a big deal. Dude send deliveries, hanger made brought some nostalgia today. Oh yeah, it has been. Hanger for the 733 and 5 is complete. Thankfully, now I'm just waiting on the tulip variation of the CRJ. There you go. Yeah, man, those they look really good, man. He's getting them knocked out. Oh no, I don't want to do that. That was on accident. I didn't mean to close my chat. Hold on 1 second. I gotta open my chat back. Chat. Yeah, I somehow accidentally closed it. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm real giddy about getting these SkyWest jets. They're slowly moving up the ladder. I'm hoping. No, I don't know that he will. I was hoping that he would probably start on mine once he started on those United Express CRJ 700s. I was hoping he would just go ahead and do mine at the same time with those, since he's already working on that same aircraft. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, there's hope at the end of the tunnel now. That was what I was like for the first month. I was like, man, that list isn't moving at all. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but I see he's getting through that list like it's nothing. Yours are climbing the list too. Yep. Want to eventually order a Tula variation of the Embraer 170. There you go. Is that a real livery of the 170? Did they have those then? Or it would fall under the fictional. So Jason going to fly the United CRJ 5. Oh yeah, I saw him post the schedule. He has it on schedule, or the reminder I saw come out that he'll be doing a live stream. He did say that on the last stream though. I was watching. He was saying that he was going to do a live stream on it. I typically do get to watch his channel, and most of the time I just don't comment much in the chat. Mostly because I think too at the time FNL you were doing flights the same day, so I would mostly try to be on your stream and have Jason's on like my iPad or something. But yeah, I typically have caught most of his stuff, and if I missed it, then I normally go back and watch it just to check it out, see how everything went during his stream. It would make sense. Oh yeah, Bill, I saw that. Well, we've had a cloud layer pretty much this whole flight here. The other thing I was hoping that they would do would get more variations of the cloud layers. I know the first time I fired this thing up, I did have a Cirrus cloud layer well above me, and I thought that was pretty cool. I only saw it that one time, then after that it was like it's been. But they made the sun much brighter. It's much bigger and brighter than it was in 5.2. I just really wish they would be able to fix the water issue where it looks a little bit more realistic, or at least allow us to be able to use our water textures from Rex Texture Direct. Because I've tried it so many times to try to make that work, and it just, I think the format is much different for the weather textures than what they were in 4.5. Because man, if I can get the water that I had in 4.5 in here, that would be fantastic. The water textures in 4.5 I had were great. Like yours, you guys, well, Bill, you don't use Rex, I don't think. But I know F&L, you have textures direct, if I'm not mistaken, right? Hatchet, he told me he had a list of 50 liveries not listed he needs to make for one customer. So when he isn't doing the backlog, he is catching up with a customer who literally wants a registration change, and all of them are the same planes with the same liveries. Oh, got you. Yeah, I had you build with my work. I'm thinking I'll be losing virtual SWA. Like I can fly twice a week very well. I can't fly twice a week is what I mean. Oh, got you. But yeah, I'm getting 2 days, 1 day for myself to do this stuff of flying. I have Active Sky Cloud Art. Oh, that's right, Bill. That's right. Can you on Active? I assume on Cloud Art, you can't manipulate the water textures, right, Bill? Oh, you have Active Sky Cloud Art and Rex? I didn't know that, F&L. I thought you just had, so you have Rex Skyforce, right? And you, I assume, just use Rex Skyforce then. Right, F&L? Because your clouds typically look more like Rex clouds than they do Active Sky Cloud Art. Bill's definitely looks close to the Cloud Art, of course. But I thought you were just using Rex, because I know Rex Skyforce does the cloud texture, so you wouldn't need both. Oh, Active Sky. So Active Sky Weather Engine and Rex. Oh, okay, got you. I was gonna say that's kind of a double negative if you use both of them. It'll probably cause issues, but yeah. So that's what it is. So yeah, you having it has water, but I don't mess with it. Oh, got you, Bill. Man, you should check it out and see how, because I'm telling you, it looks completely different. Even like the reflections from the clouds and the shadows from the clouds reflected onto the water. I know at least with Rex anyway, it looks fantastic. And that's the only thing I wish I could change in this sim. That's the one thing I wish I could change in this sim at this point, and that would be the water. To have those reflections look a lot more alive than they are. Alright guys, so we're an hour and 4 minutes out. We're kicking tail here. We're 21 minutes ahead of our planned arrival. Oh crap, I gotta turn the seatbelt sign back off. It's Rex and just Active Sky. I don't have Cloud Art, but with Rex I do, as you know. Right, exactly. Man, F&L, man, I even remember when you didn't have Rex. You were looking at Bill and I's clouds like, man, how'd y'all get those clouds? But you were still on FSX at the time too, I think. And yeah, there was only so much that you could do without getting out of memory errors on FSX. So, and Rex was around for it, but the way you were getting out of memory errors was insane. I think Rex would have definitely messed that up even further for you. So it's a good thing you waited until you got on to P3D. Yeah, it sucks. I work Friday night, so I can't watch Jason. Oh, because my line of work, and then Wi-Fi sucks at the work. As Bill and you know, with work Wi-Fi, true that. It used to be I could fly with Jason. Yeah, I was on FSX. Yeah. I still got to fly back to Houston at some point. I'm still stuck in the black hole Chicago. It was terrible on FSX, no kidding. Yeah, Bill, you did recently fly to Chicago. You went to Chicago though from. Where did you go to Chicago from? Was it Detroit? Oh no, or was it Minneapolis? I feel like it was Minneapolis. St. Paul. You went from there to Chicago, right? There's got to be some nice weather in Chicago right now. Then. Oh, Detroit. It was Detroit. Okay. I watched that flight view, by the way. It was cool. Yeah, I don't think you had any issues on that flight, though, was it, Bill? I don't think you did. If I remember correctly. Nope. Gotcha. Slowing down. I don't want to slow down. Got plenty of fuel as well. I'm trying to post lights off now so I don't forget like I did in that Alaska flight. By the way, if you guys did see that Alaska flight, Decimal did, that was that literally was like last month. We had talked about it when I was doing the flight to Lake Tahoe, and then I think the next night we were gonna do, or the next day we were gonna do the flight from Lake Tahoe to Sedona. But we both got mixed up on some things. I think I ended up going hang out and doing some stuff with my sister. No, actually, I was supposed to and didn't, and my sister ended up coming over to the house, and she didn't leave till late, so we didn't end up. He ended up doing a different stream that night. But once we got that next day came around, I think the next evening, he was doing an Alaska flight, and I saw the notification, and I jumped up and was like, "Yo, I'll do the flight with you." And he was in the Citation on Microsoft, and I was in the Citation on here. But on here, it painted him as a Learjet. So that was kind of crazy, but it was fun, man. That was a. Now I see why you love flying around Alaska, FNL. It was nice, and we flew into what did we fly into? Kodiak. I didn't record the entire thing from takeoff because I didn't even think I was gonna record it. When I got up to cruise, I couldn't not record it. Chicago is a nice airport to fly to and out of, just so you're not stuck there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know many times, man, when I would fly out of Chicago, I honestly would hope that I would start my flight when there was no controller online, so I could hurry up and get out of there. That's like one of the airports I was trying to hurry up and get out of. Just felt like the controller was taking me around in a circle. Oh, gotcha. I remember that Decimal did it last. Yeah, you didn't see it? You flew too? I don't remember that. Yeah, that was recent. It's the latest one on my channel. If you go look on YouTube, it's the latest one. We took off out of Cold Bay, Alaska. Because like I said, he had planned to do the flight. And then when I saw that he went live, I messaged him to see if he was cool if I joined him, because we had been talking about trying to do a GA flight somewhere. And when I saw that, I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna jump on that. I'll do that flight. And so we did a DME arc into Kodiak. That was pretty fun, and I hadn't done a DME arc approaching forever. But yeah, if you look on my YouTube, it's on there. It's the last one that's published. The latest one, should I say. You flew too? I don't remember that. Oh yeah, that's why I fly there. Yeah, it's so cool. And it's a perfect Christmas hangout. Yeah, no doubt. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah. It's like I said, I didn't record the takeoff. I didn't start recording until I think we were at cruise, getting ready to landed in Kodiak. Got some passing traffic there. Got JetBlue. No, that's not JetBlue. Jet USA. Who's Jet USA? It's at 35,000 feet. Dang it. Oh, he left. Jet USA left out of Austin, and he's headed to Oakland. That's the other thing too. That I would say is a little bit annoying on here. To bring the FPS up, I have to do like 5 clicks, 5 shift Z's just to get to see my FPS counter now. It's like they purposely made you go through the ringer just to see your FPS. Oh yeah, Kodiak would be on the way back for me. Oh, that's right. Seeing Dude Perfect in Alaska makes me want to. I think too, dude. That's why I really wanted to do it when I saw he was in Alaska, and after watching that flight you did, and watching that video, that's what really made me jump on that to do that flight with him. So yeah, I didn't stream it. I just screen recorded. I just used NVIDIA Recorder, so I can record it in 4K without having to change my settings in OBS for it. So if I do any recording of the flights, I always just use NVIDIA because it's so easy to do it, and I already have it set for 4K to record it through. And I can leave OBS alone on my second PC and let it just do it. Let it stay set how I have it in 1080 for streaming. It's like the last frontier. It's off the grid. It's you playing the skies with the incredible scenery. The skies and a bunch of ice. That's for sure. All right, we still don't have any controllers online. We are right now in DFW's airspace. Just about to enter Houston's airspace. We're 52 minutes out. Let me see what. Yeah, so Hooks right now is marginal. It's a little windy. Clouds are at 2,000 feet. Let's see what we are at XO. Yeah, still VFR and Conroe right now. So like I said, that's going to be the plan. I'm going to do the ILS into Conroe, try to get down to at least 1,500 feet for pattern altitude in a jet. That puts us a little bit above the standard traffic pattern for light aircraft. Because turbine is typically 500 feet above the traffic pattern normal altitude. But if we go a true 500 feet above pattern altitude, and it just about puts us in the Bravo airspace. That's not what we want to do for VFR. But technically, we'd be fine if approach or center was online, because we could continue VFR. We just pick up flight following to join the traffic pattern, or probably even still get a straight in for 1-7 into Des Moines Hooks. But so far, it looks like Conroe is VFR still, and as predicted, our actual destination airport is marginal right now, and it's windy too. It's 180 at 8 knots, gusting to 15. Oh, there's the clouds going. They're probably building to come back in. It's probably what it is. Where's your truck currently in ATS? What state you left off in last time you drove? I think I always try to move my truck back to Steamboat, so I think I may have drove back to Steamboat, Denver. And Ryan, I'm sorry, FNL, you can tell me better, man. from what it looks like in ATS, Steamboat looks like a fantastic place to visit. It looks like it's a nice, homey little Santa Claus, like North Pole looking town. Even though I know it's not the entire city that they have replicated in there, but just what they've replicated, it looks like it's a nice little wholesome area to live in. So I bought a garage there, and that's pretty much my main garage is in Steamboat, Colorado. Let's see. Imagine renting a cabin on a lake with majestic mountains in the background, right, man, and nobody around to deal with people. I'm gonna bring my power back some. We're getting a little bit too fast. Come back to 95 here on the speed on our M1s. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Sounds pretty and cold, FNL. Cold and icy in the winter, but yeah, in the summer I'd rent a cabin and fish, and if I was wealthy I'd fly my float, right? Heck yeah, man, fly some float planes around, shoot, do some fishing right there off right there on the airplane, on the floats. Maybe land on a glacier. Man, yeah, you need to be in like a stall airplane, one of those Cub stalls, like a Freedom Fox. If you're landing on glaciers and wanting to take off, honestly, would also do the whole four-wheeler thing that Dude Perfect guys did. Yeah, man, that would be pretty cool. Like that mountain range they had along the river was insane. Okay, plus the water is so fresh and the fish would taste. Oh, no kidding, man. I love the taste. Know what that water tastes like out there, man. They drunk that right out the lake. That was fantastic. Yeah, Steamboat is a nice town, but it's for the. Oh, I should have known. I had to get my broke butt out of there. I had to kick me out of there. I knew I don't belong there. But even on just in ATS, Steamboat looks very nice. Steamboat is for the wealthy. Who would have known? That's also where the Olympics were at back in the day. Oh, really? I didn't know that. You need money to live there, had you? It's like Aspen or Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Gotcha. IRL at Steamboat is expensive, is what I'm told. But yeah, it's beautiful when we've driven through it. Gotcha. Well, I guess I better sell that garage and pack it up. Get my poor ass out of there. I start really doing some hauling and making some money so I can fit in over there. That's what I'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll make some money and fit in. Alright, so we're 329 miles out. Let's see some stuff here. That's still up.
Abbreviated briefing of your current position to Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu 2 Kilo Charlie X-Ray Oscar Airman Zulu is valid for IC.
There you
valid
go.
until 0300 Zulu for your route of flight. No segments active for your route of flight. Current weather conditions. X-ray Sierra Tango 1 wind 180 at 7 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 16 dew point -3 altimeter 2986 for the destination at your estimated arrival time. Wind 1
Yeah, true that,
at
beautiful.
6 visibility 10 sky conditions.
Yeah, it
few
makes
clouds
sense why
at
it's expensive because the millionaires have their jets parked at Aspen.
Scattered temperature 23
Oh, gotcha.
1 altimeter 2988 for your alternate at your estimated arrival time. Wind 179 at 8 gusting to 15 visibility 10
Oh, they got it up
sky
there.
conditions. Ceiling 2000 broken ceiling 2700 broken ceiling 3200 overcast temperature 2
All right, we'll see. I think we can make it to our actual destination.
4,000 feet wind 241 at 81 at 39,000 feet wind 238 at 82.
So yeah, we'll still do the ILS, at least enough to get down below 2,000 feet, and then we'll well, if center comes online, we can always cancel our flight and divert, is what we would call it, but we'd be diverted to our actual destination airport. Yeah, that $126,000 load, is that the one that they messed you over on, Bill, where they just took the load off of you because you had wrecked the truck or something? That's not that one, was it? Steamboat has 2 airports, Hayden and Steamboat. Oh, I was going to ask you that too, if they had an airport. But when you said town, I figured they probably didn't. I'm going to have to look into that. I may have to fly in a Steamboat on here. Wealthy people fly their jets to these mountain airports to get their, hold on, let me see, just freeze that, get their Chateau Palace on the side of the mountain. Oh man, that's crazy. Plus I'm sure they got some fancy hotels there too. It's like how the gold rush historically made the towns got you. We have today, because they weren't just made by people just moving there and got you. Yeah, I think you're right. Hayden is the commercial one. UAL Express goes to. Oh, or it's the one they messed my route up and I ended up being late. Oh, gotcha, Bill, gotcha. Wow, that's crazy, FNL. Delta traffic, Dallas traffic. Okay. Alright, we're almost out of the DFW's airspace. Getting into Houston airspace. So we're 43 minutes out. At about 100 miles out is when we'll start our descent. We'll start it at about 2,000 feet a minute. According to the performance charts, descent charts, normal descent is 2,000 feet per minute. That's what we'll do. Dang it, this thing keeps not keeping up with the each waypoint. And that's the other weird thing this thing does, is it just kind of stops doing what it's supposed to do. So I have to delete the waypoint before it to get it to stay like it's supposed to. Maybe let's see if we disconnect nav and reconnect it. Maybe that'll do it too. Maybe that'll help us. Alright, got clouds coming back into view. And also on that video that I did in Innsbruck, the reason the clouds were rolling by fast like that again is because I didn't have a flight plan set in active sky when I did it. So when I did try to do a departure and arrival airport, then it started calculating the winds and the clouds and all of that much faster, or better, more accurately, and that's when it started doing the rolling clouds and stuff. But as you see in this flight, it hasn't done that even once. Alaska, and granted, I have never been there, but basically what I have seen is Colorado, but on still. Oh yeah, I heard you say that in your stream the other day. That it's basically Colorado on steroids. I want to move to Alaska for the scenery, but not for the temps. I hear you, man. See, I would take that country life living without the code, and like you said, with the scenery. That's the trifecta right there. You get a much greater scenery. You get the country life type living, and peace. And their laws and everything, they're a little different in Alaska too, from what I've read. Laws go a little bit different, a little more, I guess, lax, but in a good way. Yeah, I thought Colorado was pretty, and then I saw Alaska. Yeah, Innsbruck is another one that is cool. Love the mountain range approach there. Colorado used to be remote, but so many people have moved here. Man, I hear you. We don't have the scenery that y'all have here in Houston, but same applies. We have so many people that have moved here from out of state, out of town. And the crazy thing of what makes it even crazier, or not crazier, but makes it even more noticeable that there's so many out-of-towners here, is the fact that when I go to people's houses, when I'm at work, it surprises most people when I tell them that I am native to Houston, born and raised. It surprises, they're so surprised because they're normally used to meeting people that are not from here. It's crazy. Plus a lot more visitors here in Colorado. Oh, I believe you. I believe it. Alright, clouds are starting to come in. We're 39 minutes out. Doing 444 across the ground. Nice, we'll accept that. So many out-of-state plates. Oh, really, man? People aren't even updating their license plates. They're just showing off where they're from. Now, see, this is weird how the clock counts on here, the timer. I don't feel like I'm already at 1 hour and 67 minutes. Or maybe it updated. See, maybe that's how long. No, we haven't been flying for that long. 1 hour and a half. See, maybe we have. It says 2 hours, 6 minutes. The stream's been live. I don't know. I don't know how that counter's actually working. Oh, you know what? I think this is my actual Hobbs time, a logbook time. Because earlier it was at like 1.1 or something like that. So I'm gonna see if that goes to 3.1. But I feel like, yeah, we haven't been flying for 3 hours, so that can't be correct either. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that 3.0 stands for. Not quite sure. Alright, so 7:57. Hold on, that's not right. That time should have updated by now. Yeah, this time didn't update to the current time. That may be something that they also have messed up in this new build, that the clock isn't updating properly. -68 at this altitude, yes. -90 Fahrenheit. That is insane. Can we see static temp though? Ram air temp is -68. Do we have a static air temperature? That'll definitely be much warmer in comparison to that. I don't think we have a SAT in here. Yes, it says clock time 7:58, which would be true, but we're already should be in Central Time at this point. So that should have updated. I don't know why that clock hasn't updated. It might be in the settings too, because I think there's a GPS setting or something in here that if it's turned on, I think that also allows it to update the clock. Because yeah, right now it's 9:03 here, and that should have switched already by now. We should have already gone through mountain time as well. Yeah, we should have gone through mountain time already once we crossed El Paso. And now already in central time at this point. But oh well. What's the coldest temperature you know if you're experienced? What's the coldest temperature you know if you're experienced? Oh, dude, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea on that answer. I'm hoping you have the answer I'd like to know. Shoot, I would assume like negative 1400 Celsius or something if we're going even further out of the atmosphere, going into space. But at this altitude, I would assume, I mean, the only other people that would really know that would be, you know what, I think once you get above the troposphere or the tropopause, I think it is, the temperature doesn't really change much. I know the wind stopped changing. I think it's been, or maybe you're asking me that I've been in, the coldest temps I've been in. Is that what you're asking? I think it's been negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It was winter we had. How cold has it been? Oh, the coldest we've had in Houston, man, was probably like in the teens, the Fahrenheit. I think the lowest we've ever gotten here, and this was recent that I know since I've been alive. It got down into like 14 Fahrenheit, I think, 14 or 15 Fahrenheit, and I think that was back in February when we had our little winter freeze that we had here earlier this year. Gotcha, yeah. You said negative 10. Holy cow. And see, and that's the worst thing for us is that our codes aren't like dry cold like it is in Dallas or like in your area. Ours is still like a humid cold. So it's like a tingling irritant is what it is. So, because I've been to Dallas back in like 2000 for work. I was in Dallas for 2 months for work back in, I think it was 2009, maybe 2009, 2010. And they had like the worst winter storm they've ever had. And I was working at that time, and I was, dreading getting up to go to work, staying in a hotel and having to get up and go out into this snow. But when I would go out, it did not feel bad. It felt nowhere near as bad as it did for our cold here in Houston. It was a very dry cold. It was snowing and it was ice on the ground and snow all over the place, but it was tolerable. I'm sure not for very long, periods of time being out there, but compared to being out in our cold during that kind of time, it was tolerable. I could work and not feel too bad. It wouldn't be too bad on me, should I say. I remember that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was probably the most snow I've been in ever too. And like I said, it was crazy because not only was that the worst winter storm they had, I think the NBA Finals was in Dallas that year too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because that was in February, so it was either the NBA. When does the NBA Finals typically is in like the summer? So it was the Super Bowl. Maybe that's what it was. I think it was the Super Bowl was in Dallas that year. I don't know who was playing. I don't remember who was playing, but I know it was no, that's incorrect. The All-Star game. It was the All-Star game that year. They had the All-Star game in Dallas. That's what it was. The NBA All-Star game was in Dallas that year. And like I said, that was crazy. It was insane, but like I said, it was very tolerable though. had how much snow. Dude, I don't even remember. I don't even remember how many. I'll have to look at the history and search for it. But I know it was a lot. It was coming down heavy. Or actually, it would always come down pretty heavy at night. And by that time, we were already back in our hotels, done for the day, before nighttime even hit. So by the time we would wake up the next day to go to work, the snow would have stopped. But the snow would be like, we had these big cargo vans that we were using, and the snow would be like past the tires. That's how high the snow was. So we'd have to get out there and try to scrape the snow out from around the tires, and, you know, just to even start our day. Got a jet down there. He's 11,000 feet. SkyWest 5590. It's 11,000 feet below us down there. We don't have any VATSIM traffic here right now. All right, 220 miles out, 30 minutes. Remaining, we're 22 minutes ahead of schedule. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I think it was like a couple days, maybe 1 or 2 days where we didn't work at all. We still got paid, but we stayed put. We didn't leave the hotel. Yeah, it's snow when you have it above the tires. Yeah, like I said, it was crazy, and like I said, my luck, it was the first year they had a snowstorm that bad. The good part for me is because I was working at AT&T at the time. Unfortunately, the area I was working in Dallas, I was working in south of Dallas, in DeSoto area, DeSoto, Dallas. Is where I was working at, the area that I was covering. Unfortunately, we didn't have to climb up any poles in the areas we were working. At least the areas I was working in, I didn't get many jobs where I had to do any pole climbing. So I was very happy about that. Because in some areas you couldn't get your truck back there where the poles were to put a ladder up to get up the pole to reach the span. So we would have to put our gaffs on and gaff the pole and climb up the pole with our gaff and the waistband thing, to scale the pole. And I think in my 4.5 years I worked at AT&T, I probably only had to gaff maybe 2 poles. I think maybe 2, 3 max outside of training. It was insane, but I'm just glad I didn't have to do any while I was out there. And the crazy thing is, some of their main boxes, where all of their fiber and POTS lines would come into, was actually mounted up high on the poles. Like this huge 400-pound box was mounted up on the pole, and this thing was probably like a good 4 feet, maybe 5 feet in height by 5 feet wide. The thing was huge. Yeah, I know my sister, when she lived in Georgia, they shut down if they had an ice rain. Oh, I believe it. And even here, man, if we start getting black ice, they shut down a bunch of the freeways. They'll ice them, but they'll start shutting them all down. All right, it's still, as of 20 minutes ago, still marginal at Hooks. So we're gonna see still marginal at Hooks. And heck is still VFR in Conroe. Well, now it's saying view 1700. Yeah, that thing was huge, man. It's kind currently 36 degrees at home. Holy cow, where you are right now, 36 degrees. It's been like in the 60s for us lately. I think it dipped down in the 50s a little bit, but not by much. Sorry if the screen just got bright on you guys. And I'll open this. Oh, I forgot that I opened it. Tomorrow high is 36. Man, is it windy as well? Waiting on snow to come. We haven't had anything yet. Oh, that's good. It's been a record. Right? I actually have a buddy that I used to fly with at the flight school, at my flight school, who actually flying Citations now. But I think he's flying CJ4s, if I'm not CJ4s, but I think CJ2s, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's flying any XLs. I just like how nice and stout the XLs are. And when I look at Citation Max's channel, he's in the CJ4. It's a cool looking jet, but you can definitely tell it's a much smaller jet compared to this one. And the XLS. But nonetheless, it's still a cool ass jet, especially with all the up-to-date avionics he has in that thing. That thing is beautiful. It's gonna be windy tomorrow, gotcha. So when I go to work tomorrow afternoon, I'm guessing with the wind, the flying schools and GAs won't be flying. Oh yes, so you typically would have to go fill their aircrafts up as well, I take it? Because I know like at Hooks, when we come back to the flight school, we park the airplanes and then we call Gill Aviation is who's at the field where we are, and they'll come and fuel up the airplanes. And the flight school typically wants the airplanes to be topped off every night, mainly so you don't get that condensation to build up in the tanks overnight, since it's always so humid here. So they typically want them all topped off, ready to go for the next day, but also to keep that condensation from building up in the tanks. I don't have money to fly as a PAX in this bird, but if I did, it would be an experience. Dude, I'm telling you, I've really thought about, because like I think it's which one of these jets is it? I think it's no, not ExoJet. NetJets or Wheels Up. I occasionally will go on their websites just kind of see what they're charging for their rates, and I think the cheapest was like $2,000 an hour. And I think that's honestly not a bad deal if you have a group of people to go with. You know, if there's at least 4 or 5 people splitting that $2,000 an hour, that's not a bad deal at all. You know, but of course, if you can afford it by yourself, then you would own your own airplane. If that kind of money you can cough up hourly, you can own your own airplane at that point. But I think, of course, it's not. I don't think it's a bad deal at all if you have enough people to split that bill. That would be a pretty amazing experience, like you said. That would be so doggone fun, man. I probably wouldn't even sit down and enjoy the flight. I'd be up there tapping on the pilot's shoulder to try to talk to him and find out more about this airplane. Is what I'd likely be doing, knowing me. All right, we've made it into Houston airspace. We still don't have any controllers online. Yeah, we fuel both Jet A and Avgas. Yes, the 2 flying schools and Ames community planes. Gotcha. All right, so let's see something here. I think one of my seniors is trying to load. stuttering. Come on and fix yourself. What in the world is causing this thing to stutter this bad? It's getting the yips. I don't know why. Come on. I do have Colleen. I think I have Colleen, and hopefully that scenery isn't messing up my sim right now. So I didn't really check all of my scenery. This thing's definitely got the yips. It's crazy because I just saw, I was watching Studio Nick's channel, and it looks like the same thing happened to him on one of his flights. So what I might do is save this thing mid-flight and then reload it is what I might do. And reload back here. Because it doesn't look like it's fixing itself. Let me see something here. It's weird because my CPU and GPU looks normal. Very strange what it's doing right now. Might be one of the hiccups. You see, yeah, P3D is doing the most work. Nothing else is doing anything else. Yeah, everything else looks normal. Getting the yips. Let me see something. I'm gonna turn off active sky. Right, even though Phillips on YouTube flew a charter plane and he did with the group, and they split the bill. Split the bill is what they did, and it turned out to be the same as a regular ticket divided up. Wow. Hey, if in the future we want to meet up and go to some aviation expo or like some aviation show, us three. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I'd be game for that. Depending on where it's at, man. Because, like I was telling Yuzu, man, I get anxiety being around a bunch of group of people, especially out in the open. That is another main reason why I'll never go to Sun and Fun or to, what's the other one in Wisconsin? Oshkosh. I hate being around a bunch of people. So depending on where it's at, and if it's indoors at least, I probably, would definitely be down for that. Let me shut down the active sky and open it back up and see if the clouds are messing with it. Clouds aren't even disappearing. They should have went away. Yeah, I do too. It's a lot of people, right? Man, these clouds did not even turn off. You know what? Let me see something. I'm going to go into the menu on here. Let's go into here real quick and come back in and see if anything changes. Let me mess with the, let me see if I bring this down, make sure that's not messing with it. Yeah, no, it's still a stutter fest. Okay, let's see if I do this. Let me see if I turn off Colleen. See if I turn off clean. Hopefully this thing doesn't crash on us. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's do this. Just in case. Because I seen him do this on his channel, man, and he was able to reload it exactly back where it was. 50 KSCZ 2KCXO. Save that. Like I said, I may have to end the flight and then start it back over in the air. heck, we were in a plane to Alaska, right? That might be pretty expensive, man. That may get real expensive. Going from anywhere where we are, that could probably get very expensive. To where we'd only have enough money to do the flight, but not enough money to stay. Like, all right, guys, we made it here. Should we turn around and go back? 'Cause we can't afford to be here. Let me see, Colleen. That may be why it's not working. Oh no, there it goes. It's there. Let me see if I delete it. I don't ever fly there anyway. Let's see if this will rebuild and everything comes back up and it fixes this stutter that I'm getting. We all go broke, right? My wife would kill me. Would kill me. All right, I'm gonna see if this loads up. Hopefully this will fix it and everything will go back to normal. Since all of this is reloading, because I can see my CPU isn't being overworked, my GPU isn't being overworked. I think it's just the sim may just be one of these quirks inside 5.3. So hang tight for me, people. If this doesn't help and fix it, then I'm gonna restart the sim and load it right back in the same spot so I can finish the flight. Is what we'll do. Let me see, I'm gonna bring Active Sky back up. Yeah, unless Uncle Gates wills us a couple million, right? We can't do that stuff. Shoot, him or Uncle Bezos. Map. Let's see. Flight plan. Load. Map. Yeah, we still got this crazy stutter. Yeah, I think the sim just kind of glitched out. Started acting weird is what I think it is. Let's see. Let me see if I turn volumetric off. See if that makes a difference. No, it's still doing the same thing. Yeah, we are all related to Uncle Gates. Yeah, Bezos. Hold on, let me see. No, it's still jerky. Alright, so if y'all can hang tight just for a moment, I'm gonna put my stuff back like it was, and then I'm gonna end it and reload it back in the same place. Let's see. Let me put my stuff back where it was. Volumetric set to high. There was something else I was looking at. Oh, up here. Well, that's just regular GPS. Yeah, we'll leave that like it is. Yeah, so it's still pretty glitchy. So yeah, if y'all can hang tight just for a minute. Imagine being an actual relative of those guys. You're not them, right? No kidding. Either your life would be set or you'd be stuck where you are. I think being stuck where you are would be the worst, to know that you're related to these guys and they know you, and yet you're still, you know, your life isn't quite set. They don't want to help you out with anything. Like, nah, dude, you're good. Alright, so, let's see, I don't think I have anything in the screen. I'll throw that up here. Alright, so hang tight for me, guys. I'm going to end this and reload the stream because I don't see this getting any better. It's still glitching. There's no way I'm going to be able to land it like this. So let me disconnect it and I'll refetch my flight plan. So I'm going to end it and then I'm going to come back in. So the stream is still here. I'm just closing out the sim and I'm gonna reload it back from where we left off. Hopefully it loads up in that same place. But with the money, it does come with paparazzi. That's something you would want, right? Like, look, man, leave me alone. I'll just take the simple life route, or if I got rich, then I would live normal and keep it low. Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's still going. Everything else looks to be normal. Everything did close out on P3D. All right, let's see. I'm gonna load back up and we'll go back at it. Yeah, hopefully this isn't a normal thing where this thing is kind of glitching up like this, but we'll see. Don't mind those people screaming. Don't mind the screaming, folks. This be some giveaway bigs. Alright. Yeah, don't mind those people screaming in the back, folks. They're drunk. All right, let's see if this thing loads back up and stay doing what it's supposed to. They're reacting to the football game. Hopefully it loads back with the everything staying where it's at. I don't have to wrestle with the airplane to get it doing what it's supposed to. Alright, so it has me atop of descent, it looks like, in active sky.
Autopilot.
Alright, so far it looks like we're good. I just gotta get the autopilot on. Alright, so we lost all engines and everything. Let's do air start. Well, let's bring them back to idle first. Alright. And we'll do heading. I'll leave us on heading mode. Well, is it gonna start? Go. There's number 1 coming up. And number 2. Oh, heck, it was coming up. Now, let me get configured and I'll connect back to the network as well. All right, let's try to start up again. There's 8. Alright, got and 1s are rolling. Come on and kick on. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna kick on. Oh, there we go. There we go. I guess because of the altitude we are. Alright, it takes a little bit longer. Alright, I'm making sure you are there for all that stuff. Start number 1. There's 8%. we'll stay engine idle until we get up to a bunch of Patriot fans fighting in the back. Oh, let me turn that writing off. Alright, let's see if we get kicked on. Alright, we got engine start for number 1. We got engine power. Select as well. Yeah, these payload airplanes, it's a little bit tougher to do these things. Let's do altitude hold. Flight level change, get back up to our altitude here. Let's do versus. Alright, so Juddy is our next waypoint. Alright, I'm just trying to play catch up here, get the airplane back where it needs to be at. So give me a moment or two. Let's see, debug, fresh. Let's start this bird, right? There we go. Alright, let me get this stuff back in place. We'll just put the route. Do that. Still climbing. We're still in climb mode. Everything else looks to be on. My radios are still set too. That's amazing. Yeah, let me get back up to altitude. 16 minutes out. I'll be starting over 92 miles out. All right. We'll go KDWH. Go to Juddy. Yeah. Set nav mode now. Alright, and we're gonna go that to there. Do ILS 14. Up to alibi and there. Okay. Alright, so we got the flight plan set. Just to make sure that perfect is still. Hope that changed. Fuel is still the same as well. Oh. As we're about to stall the airplane here.
Autopilot.
Get the nose down. Look at our angle of attack meter. We're well to the red where we should not be. So we'll get our speed up here. Yeah, all good. Winds are flipping around on us. lot of this stuff gets turned off in this airplane. You know what? Let's just hang out at 430. We're about to start descending anyway. I just wanted to make sure I'm at least everything is on like it's supposed to be. Let's bring our power back so. Ignition switches on, emergency lights on, standby power on. Brake lights are off. Alright, so we burned over 2,000 pounds here. Alright, we're going to do 3,000 feet a minute is what we're shooting. Alright, the engine's idle. Tail light on. Brakes on so we can really get slowed down. Try to get this bird down here. We're going down to 2,000 feet. My main speed set. Alright, so if we burn 2,000 pounds of fuel, it puts it landing at about 18,000 pounds. Let me let these folks know descent started. Let me get back connected to the network. Fetch my flight plan. Flight plan fetched. Got speed brakes out as well. Oh, that's actually, well, I don't know, that's not right either. I don't know why it does that weirdo stuff. There's another touchdown. Oh yeah, those must be passionate fans back there. And it ain't but 2 of them, and it sounds like 50 of them. Like they scream again. You're saying in the PF, if you guys don't stop, you're hollering back there. I'm turning off the TV, right? Alright, let's open this up. We'll bring up the boards back there. Let's see if we can get down here. Alright, so we'll set the ILS up. Again, our whole thing is just to get below the clouds, get VFR, and then we'll go to hooks at that point. All right, so ILS 108. Was it on? Okay. All right, so we have nav 1 set. Course is going to be 140. Go ahead and put minimums in. It's going to be 200. It's already at 200. Alright, we're out of flight level 320. Course is going to be 140. Alright, we have our 15 miles out. Below 200, we'll go flap 7 so we can descend a little bit faster. About 3,500 feet. Let me get my V speeds here. Alright, we're going to do a left 360 is what we're going to do. We're going to do a very slow one, so I'm going to turn half bank on. Those already half bank on. We're going to switch to heading mode. And do 90 to the 5. Back around because I'm way too close in. We're still out of 26,000 feet. So we got our ILS dialed in and pulled up. Alright, we're 17.3 DME out from our ILS as well. Alright, let me get my V speed. So we're landing at about 18,000. That's what I'm gonna round it up to. We might be under 18,000, but I just want to be sure. Landing. At sea level. We'll go 18.5. We'll just round it up. Let's take off and land. Landing performance at sea level 18.5 2,000 pounds 20. We're definitely less than 18.5. We're gonna do 18. 115 on the VREF. Check. Alright, just making sure I can hear. Set 120 123. Make sure these takeoff speeds are on. They are. Alright, that's on.
Kilo Charlie X-ray Oscar Airport information India 0316 Zulu weather wind 199er at 8 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 1800 broken ceiling 3000 broken temperature 232.21 altimeter 29er advise on initial contact. You have information Kilo Charlie X-ray Oscar Airport.
Do another turn. Alright, we're +7 at least. We haven't even entered the cloud layer. I forgot to open my AI companion back up. And Spark Mode C. Alright, we can turn off half bank. Alright, we're +17. I can turn off. Turn off the anti-ice. That's already off. It'll stay on. Below 18, throw those lights on. Alright, out of 6,000. Head up to 2. So we're getting below the Bravo and we don't want to be, alright, there's no real weather, so we can turn this off so we can actually see our course. Right out of 4,000. Alright, we'll leave flap 7 set. Looks like we can see some of the ground. We're starting to see the ground.
$2,500.
Alright, coming up on 2,000. And Conroe regional traffic, Citation Xl560 is 19 miles north of the field, inbound on the ILS 14 Conroe. Let's see if we can catch the localizer. The intercept here. like we're about to intercept here or slow down. Alright, landing lights are on. Alright, we captured the localizer, see bug signs are on, lights are on. No anti-ice is needed. Okay, now we're just looking for the glide slope. Mr. Approach is going to be dim seated as well. Mr. Approach will be climb left turn 2100. Got a 17 knot crosswind. All right. Let's see. Keeps doing that weird stuff. Out of the clouds here. I believe I see the runway lights up there in front of us. And Conroe Regional Traffic, Citation Xl560 is 9 mile final, runway 14 on the ILS, Conroe. Glide slope start coming down. Alright, glide slope's coming in. Got the transition box there. Well, the plan hopefully FNL is to get her down to at least 1,000 feet while we're below this cloud layer, and then I'm going to divert to our actual airport under VFR to David Wayne Hooks. Oh, we just got, yeah, we're still good. We're still going to go there because it's 1,800 feet at David Wayne Hooks. So I just want to get down below the clouds at least. So I'm not going to drop any gear just yet. All right, glide slope's coming in. Glide slope's captured. I'm going to start down here. If we can get at least to 1,500 feet, then we can divert, go to Hooks. Alright, there's the outer marker. Alright, and even just there, we were right on the line on the cloud layer there. Our speed down. Alright, we got our folks in the back seated. Alright, there's 1,500 feet. Man, I don't know that. It's pretty hazy out here. Yeah, we'll land here because I can't even see that far out the window over to that side. Let's see if it gets brighter at 1,000 feet. Oh yeah, I think we can divert from here. And Conroe Regional Traffic, Citation Xl560 is diverting to the southwest, Conroe Regional.
Autopilot.
Alright, we'll break off here. Your damper is still on as well. We can stay 1,000 feet above though. Remember you said that. Bring our flaps up here. How am I not able to? Alright, there we go. Let me get my camera set up correctly. Alright, FMS. Off. Don't get too low. We got antennas out here as well. Hooks. Oh no, that's not. It's got me going to our push. Oh, we're still on headed mode, that's why. Switch to nav mode. That would be more likely before we enter that ring there. The 2,000 foot ring. But even here, we're smooth as butter right here underneath the Bravo. We don't want to exceed 200 underneath the Bravo here. Like Houston Center's online. Let's see, it's 10 o'clock. Technically, Dave Wayne Hooks would be closed right now. Yeah, tower is closed at Hooks. Alright, headed here. Let's go direct to. Just putting this in full flight. Alright, we're 14 miles northeast of the field. Weather still looks normal there. Let me see. Alright, so this worked the way I wanted it to. My flight plan set up correctly. CXO. KDWH. Speed brakes down That's why I'm over here fighting with the airplane. I have my speed brakes down still. That can't turn out good. I wonder I was fighting the airplane the whole time. Alright, Dave Wayne Hooks traffic. Citation 070 is 10 miles northeast of the field, inbound for runway 17 right. Dave Wayne Hooks. Alright, VREF is still set. Like I said, we're below the class Bravo. We're squawking altitude 1200. Like I said, Houston Center's online, but it looks like we're good. We don't have to contact them. We're staying below the Bravo. Getting to Hooks. And like I said, right now, Hooks would actually, the tower would actually be closed and be a Class Echo airport at this point. Night lights look good, yeah. Like I said, it's pretty smooth, man. I can see what my FPS is right now. Getting 30 plus right now. I don't think I've ever got this smooth FPS with clouds at this altitude. I mean, this low to the ground, a jet like this. All right, we'll go ahead and drop gear. Blow speeds. Flap 7. And Dave Wayne Hooks traffic, Citation 070 will be on a 3 mile left base runway 17 right, Dave Wayne Hooks.
Autopilot.
Our dampener lights out as well. We have 3 green on the gear, no reds. Flaps 15. Stop getting slow, that'd be great. Alright, and ignitions are set to on. Yeah, they are. Alright, that's off, that's off. Come on, we already got them seated. Much slower than we need to be. We should be. Dave Wayne Hooks traffic, Citation 070 is turning base to final, left base to final, runway 17 right, full stop, Dave Wayne Hooks. Flaps 35.
$500. 400.
Keep our speed up here.
Minimum 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, speed brakes up. Nose gear down, reverses. 6 lights in sequence. 70, there's 60. Versus disengaged. Ride the brakes down. We'll exit here at hotel. That's what I call a good landing. Thank you. Alright, make that left here. Alright, so we actually made it to our destination airport as planned. It almost got pretty sketchy there going into Devon Hooks traffic. Citation Xl560, clear runway 17 right at hotel, taxiing Foxtrot to the ramp. Devon Hooks. Yeah, it got pretty intense once we got around. Once we got near Conroe, and we were on that approach, it didn't look like it was gonna. Didn't look like we were gonna get the visibility, and then we finally did. So that ended up being great. Alright, thought that was off. We don't need that on. Pitot heat going off. Flaps coming up. Still trim for takeoff. Post lights and lights off. Actually, we're gonna leave this on because we're gonna have to back taxi 17. Nice landing. Negative 123. Yeah, you had just enough visibility to fly VFR. Exactly. Unfortunately, Bill, on that one, it did me like it did the first few times. It didn't even register a landing rate. But I would bet you're probably right. Alright, so those folks are good. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we'll take Foxtrot. Actually, that's not even my airport. Hooks. We won't be able to taxi all the way back up to where we need to park. So we're gonna turn back onto the runway up here at Echo. Then we'll taxi. Our speed brakes up. Generator on. Hey man, I appreciate you guys being here with me. Oh, I don't have standby power on. Yes, I do. Oh crap, the generators aren't on though. I don't think they're on. Oh yes, they are. They're on. Alright, here's Echo. Glad I made it, man. Same here, man. I like how the lights are reflecting off the signs there. Auto clear right. We're gonna park at the Alpha ramp where they typically park the big jets here. So we'll use that one. Nope. Alright. Devon Hooks traffic, Citation Xl560, back taxi and runway 17 right from Echo. Devon Hooks. get busy with work and less down. So I watch it when I can. Oh yeah, man, I understand, man. I understand. I'm just glad I don't work in an office building where I can't have my phone. That's the fortunate thing for me, is that I can have my work phone with me. I said it failed. That way I can keep my phone with me, and like I said, if I'm in somebody's house, the least I can do is watch, or at least be audio only. Alright, lights are still on. Turn the strobe lights back on as well. Trying to figure out what that standby. I'm gonna turn up here at Charlie. That's all up. But yeah, it is very smooth, minus that hiccup I got earlier. It was pretty smooth sailing. Even right now, this thing is smooth as butter right now. Alright, I see our guy right there. Get past the line here. Impressed with the performance. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I'm just hoping that hiccup doesn't happen all the time after flying for 2 hours. And I know as well, the main thing is when you first install these things, the shader folders have to get filled up. They have to, you know, start really building a cache file. All right, let me get around here and get turned around. Try not to run out into the water here. Just water right here. Even though I know IRL, they would actually push this thing back where it needs to be parked at. All right. Alright guys, we've made it back to Houston. Get back to doing some real flying. Back doing some real flying after this. Control lock on. Generators off. Have lights going off, everything else is out. Alright, we'll get these folks out of here. Yeah, I'll show the flight report here for you guys. Like I said, unfortunately, it didn't register for my landing. Oh man, I did horrible. I don't think I've gotten an F in a long time. So we got an F plus. How do you get an F plus? All right, yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't register on this one. It could have been because the sim froze up and all of that issue of what happened. But yeah, F plus, man. I can't wait to show my mom that. I'm probably still gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna say that's an F with improvements. They said you got the new gray SkyWest livery from the hangar. I did? Oh yeah. No, I haven't got the one yet that you told me about. I haven't went and picked it up yet. F for fantastic. There you go. All right, so we communicated. The flight was terrible. Said we communicated with the cabin crew. Landing was very good for the passengers. However, of course, they claim I floated it as usual because it didn't. It didn't. We didn't sit it down. Overall, passengers are slightly less satisfied. All right, we were off almost again 15 minutes early. Counted it as on time. We were supposed to be in. Actually, oh yeah, because we left 14 minutes, so it takes time off the scheduled arrival. We were 17 minutes late. That's actually not too bad. We'll take that. And of course, we got some G-forces from the reloading the sim up in the thing. And the people going crazy about that football game in the back. Oh, I didn't do this. One. All right. Oh, you was asking. Yeah, not yet. I'm going to actually pick it up as soon as I end this. I'll go pick that up and see what it looks like over here. Got it. Okay. Those rich folks don't know what they are talking. Exactly. They were probably so drunk they didn't know what was going on. They probably thought they were dreaming anyway. All right. Let's turn these lights out. Avionics going off. Go ahead and shut the APU down. They'll be getting out of here soon. Unfortunately, we don't have any dynamic lights here. But yeah, this is actually the alpha ramp at David Wayne Hooks right here. And I'm gonna bring the lights up a little bit so you guys can see this. Let me see. Time and season. We'll go down. So this airplane is shiny as crud. Alright, so IRL, this is the alpha ramp. And across there is the Bravo ramp. And this is typically where they park all of the big jets that come in. They normally are all parked here. Oh, why am I seeing it? Oh, it's because I turned off my dynamic lighting. Let me turn it back on properly. Put that back up. There we go. That took all of that sheen and crudiness away. So yeah, they normally park all of like the G4s and oh, he's gonna go into the water. He can roll on water. Who knew that? Man, GSX is something serious. They got Jesus vehicles, and he just backed all the way across the pond. And this little lake area is actually there. Actually, no, that lake area is not there. There's one. Oh, based how this is, it's there, but it's further up here near the main road. So he backed all the way back there just to show us that he knows how to roll on water, and then he went back forward. So yeah, this is the Bravo ramp. They typically park all the other, again, G4s, the Gulfstreams. Well, that is a Gulfstream, but the Falcons and the bigger jets will all be parked on the Bravo and this Alpha ramp. And then like the Citation 4s, like that one over there, the Mustang, the Phenoms would typically be parked right here. And they kind of underbuilt this airport because this stuff is not this close together. There's more distance between Gill Aviation, that's right here. Flight school is over back here somewhere. And these hangars are not that, those hangars are there. But this could have been stretched out a little bit bigger. It's not really the scale. It's much more space here and a lot more taxiway length. On here they've kind of shortened it up. This is probably scaled down by like 25 to 30% of the actual with the size of this airport. So drunk they stumbled out of the plane. Cool. Driving on what? I'm telling you, man, GSX, man, he just gotta be putting some, we putting in the good stuff on here just when we think we have seen exactly. Exactly. We see more. We see more. Alright, I'll turn that off there. Disconnect from the network here. Alright, so we're, man, 3.5 hours. Even with the crash. I did not expect that. Well, it didn't crash, it just froze up on us. Fortunately, it didn't crash, but I knew that wasn't going to get any better with where it was stuck at. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all being on. And Bill, I don't know if you're going to start streaming the driving, if you're still driving or not. But if so, I'll catch yours. If not, I'll catch you guys on the next one that we do. In the next flight we'll be doing will be back in the probably in the CRJs on our December schedule, which if you haven't seen, it's down in the about section. I posted it last week. I think I posted it yeah, about a week ago. It was right before December started. It's like a day or two before December started. I've got my schedule set up, and I've actually went and tested and checked all of my airports on that schedule in 5.3. The only one I have to work on is going to be, I think it's the second to the last, going to, dang it, what is that airport? Let me see. Let's see, what is that last one? Oh yeah, Coma. Eppley Field, Omaha. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I had to uninstall that one. I'm gonna go back and reinstall it so I can get that one fixed. I did have to fix a few other ones. My Bush airport and quite a few of the main airports worked fine. It's just it was a couple of the like the AVSIM airports, some of the freeware airports, or FS Sim. Is it FSM or FS Scenery? Those guys. Some of their stuff I had to go back and reinstall and fix and make sure not FS, Orbix stuff didn't overlap it, because I had to go back and do a verify files. And when you verified any files that you deleted from Orbix that was interfering with another scenery, it rebuilds them. So I had to go back in and delete those in so they didn't interfere with those airports. So we should be good for the better part of the schedule. Like I said, I'm going to go back and fix Coma here at some point. But the next flight will be in the CRJ taking off out of George Bush in 5.3. And like I said, hopefully we don't have any hiccups in that flight. That's the plan. Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska. Cool, you saw the schedule. Yeah, our planes need a space for that, so it makes sense. It would be spaced out. Right, exactly. And unfortunately, GSX doesn't have this side of the ramp, the Alpha ramp, as a parking spot. So I had to use the parking spot that puts me over in B ramp where the small jet, all the GA airplanes are, and I just used parking spot 1, which is in there, and moved it over to here, to this side, so that way I can actually park this jet over here, and be golden. But hey guys, I appreciate y'all being here. This was a pretty eventful flight, I would say, of trying to beat the weather and get to our destination airport without compromising safety to get to this destination airport. We again filed to fly to our alternate with hopes of diverting to our destination, and that's what we did. The weather stayed where it was supposed to, stayed high enough for us to be VFR to get over here. And like I said earlier, it's marginal right now, but still VFR though. So that all worked out for us. I don't have to do a reposition flight. I get to go home. But hey, I'll see you next time. See you 90 Bill. See you Hatchet. Hey, see you F&L again. Thanks for sticking out and being here the whole 3.5 hours, man, for this flight. And again, enjoyed both of your flights earlier today. And yeah, if you haven't gotten a chance, heck, you ain't got to do it tonight, man. But whenever you get a chance, like I said, whenever you do want to see that Alaska leg, like I said, it's over on the YouTube channel, and Decima was actually in front of me for the most part of the flight, and he was streaming it, so I wanted to give him, you know, something on his stream, so it didn't look like he was just talking to some random person. So that's why I ended up in front of him once we did the approach. So he actually had some traffic shown on his stream landing into there. And if you hadn't seen his yet, FNL, he should have his stream still on his Twitch channel, so you can see it from his perspective in Microsoft Flight, which looked pretty darn good flying around Alaska on that sim. Yeah, when I can, I'll definitely let you know. Cool deal, man. Again, hey, appreciate you guys being on, and y'all enjoy the rest of the night. And I will see you guys on either your next one or my next one. Either way, I'll see you guys then. But y'all have a good night. See you later. Yes, yes. All right, see you. See you, Bill.